That's right, baby. All right. What are we doing? All right. Blam, 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 blam. How is everybody on a Friday? It's Friday. TGF, baby. It's Friday, baby. What's going on with everybody? Queen of the Stars, the Dame. We got the Dame of Wisdom. Right. We got the Dame of Queen of the Mountain. We got, hang on. Hang on now. Hang on now. I won't miss anybody. We got Carla. Dame, welcome Carla. Dame Tara Snow. Dame Tara Snow is here. The goddess of the way. Right, the goddess of the way. Dame Deb, Queen of the Bees. In order. We got Merlin, the magician, the wizard. Happens to hail from Philadelphia, by the way. I don't know what he's doing in Philly, but he's in Philly. Casting spells. All right, baby. Dame Celestine again, of course. Queen of the Stars. Queen of the Stars. Queen of the Stars. Queen of the Stars. White Rabbit. White Rabbit. All right. Real quick. Before we get into, we're going to finish up the Quality Inn crap. Oh, my God. Talk about crazy. Everybody follows the greatest, though. Everybody follows the greatest. They all follow the greatest. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about that. Anyway. Everybody follow the greatest. They all waiting for my commentary, and then they do their commentary, and it sounds suspiciously like my commentary. Wonder how that worked. Anyway. Yeah. Funny. Well, we are the greatest. So what do you expect? All right. But how about this? This is my fault. This is my fault. And so this goes out to everybody and the mods, but everybody. Let me delineate some rules, because I didn't delineate any rules. So this is my fault. Bear with me. Don't run away yet. Okay. You saw that. I know you saw that. All right. Well, you did see that. You saw, yeah, you know what I'm talking about there, with the waiting for my commentary, right? Yeah, you saw that. Anyway, so, yeah, people bitching about being in the chat and being blocked and shit. I don't want to deal with that shit. So let me delineate some rules just to avoid any confusion. So, there should be levels to this, right? So, like blatant, how about this? Blatant trolls who come into the chat, right? We know who they are, we know what that is, right? We know what a blatant troll is. They come in, they just spout off their mouth, Kohlberger's guilty, whatever, you're an idiot, he's gonna get whatever. We know what a blatant troll is. They offer nothing to the chat, they offer nothing to the conversation, they just come in and want to cause chaos. Okay, bye-bye. So that's a bye-bye situation. We're not going to tolerate that. So that's for sure. That's number one. However, sometimes there's a fine line. But people coming into the chat, they can disagree with point of view. That's fine. We don't have to block them. They can disagree. As long as they're being respectful in their disagreement, that's totally fine. I don't mind that. So we shouldn't block those kind of people. If they're trying to have a respectful discourse, that's fine. I don't care. They're going to be outnumbered most likely. That's not my problem. That's not your problem. So most likely people coming in disagreeing, well, they're probably going to be outnumbered. Okay, just saying. So they have to deal with that. But I don't think we should block those people. You know what I mean? Like, we can disagree. That's fine. Right? So just keep that in mind when we see people coming into the chat. They may have a little, difference of opinion with what's being presented. That's okay. That is totally cool. As long as they're cool and they're being respectful to everybody in their disagreeing, I think we should allow people like that in the chat. So that's fine. That's good. That's good. That's probably healthy, right? That's probably healthy. But so anyway, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Is that fair? Is that fair? Or I could cut down the moderators too. Yeah, I could do that. But, cool. Again, sometimes there's situations where the person, what they're saying sounds a little wonky, and you're like, fuck this person. I don't know where they're going with certain things. That's all right. They're gonna let them talk themselves into a situation where you have to block them. You know what I mean? But if they're being cool, fine. It would be if they're going to say, well, I disagree, it would be helpful to have them explain or give their reason why they disagree. That would be helpful. I disagree with what you're saying, Master Nader, and they don't really say why. But anyway, just anyway, keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. I don't want to go on about it. I really don't. You know what's up. I don't know. I could just limit it to like 2 moderators. I could just pick 2 moderators out of a hat, and that should do it. I could do that. No offense to any other moderator. Just be a random. Maybe I should just randomly pick people. I don't know. Anyway, some people make everybody in the chat moderators. I don't want to do that. I don't want to make everybody in the chat a moderator. But that does cut down on certain things. I don't want to do that. I could. I don't know. Whatever. What? What's ironic? Welcome, Sarah Equinox. I don't know. Have we seen Jeff? Has Jeff been in the chat much lately? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he has. I don't remember seeing him in the chat too much lately. It's been a while. I don't know. Anyway, let's carry on. Well, I don't mind. It's just, the people I'm most concerned with are people just purposely coming in, saying stupid crap, just to cause chaos because they, for whatever reason. Those are the people that I'm most worried about. You know what I mean? It is like that. So, anyway. Yeah. Yeah, but, see, Jeff is the kind of person that he likes to play stupid. He likes to play games. He likes to pretend that he knows he likes to play games, that fucking guy. So that's what makes him annoying. You know what I mean? That's what makes that guy annoying. He knows what he's doing. He knows he's just playing games. So fuck him. You know what I mean? I don't like that shit. If you want to do that, fuck you. I don't need that. I don't need any more games. We already got enough games. We don't need that stupid shit. Anyway, let's carry on. Good. But anyway, this is my fault because I never delineated any type of rules really. So everything I'm saying is my fault. Nobody's fault. Nobody else's fault. My fault. So that's all. That's all. I don't want to. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Okay, my fault. I bet he does. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt he has multiple fucking accounts. A lot of these fucking idiots, they do have multiple accounts. Oh, you like my new merch? Thank you. Thank you. I'll tell my other spirit master. I'll give him that feedback because he's the one that comes up with the merch. The other spirit person that nobody's ever seen. So. I don't know. But he's happy. He likes coming up with that stuff. And I keep telling him, other spirit master, when are you going to finish my fucking tarot card deck? Still working on that. Still working on the tarot card deck. Like, hurry it up. Hurry it up. That's been going on for months. Yeah, just in time for Christmas. Yeah, probably. Anyway, all right. How about this? Quick break. Don't run away. Don't run away. Well, unless you're Xana. Okay. Sorry. Anyway, don't run away. You're trying to run away from Dylan. Anyway, or one of her associates. I'm sorry, one of her associates. Who are congregating on the first floor. All right. Just waiting. All right, baby. Quick break. Good. Thank you. Hey, appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for buying stuff. Thank you very much. I do owe people gifts. I haven't forgotten. I'm getting around to it. I know. All right, here we go. But we're gonna finish this. This is the end of the quality and shit so far. MC in the key cards. MC5. There you go. Where is this? Accomplished day. We'll finish this. 12 minutes. We'll finish this. We'll get into where are we going? David, the tattoo artist. Well, then we'll get into this guy. David Janssen. I guess he's Swedish. My gut feeling is he's a tattoo artist. I haven't seen this one yet, guys. Hey, is he a tattoo artist? Do you think? Nothing wrong with tattoo artists, I'm just saying. Probably a tattoo artist somewhere. All right, quick break. Quick break. MC5, key cards. MC5. Quick break. Did I tell you about my story down in the Delta? Oh my God. Yeah. All right. Here we go. I got 2 more days on my ban on Reddit. 2 more days to go. Like a little child, they put me in a corner for 2 more days. Oh my God. They can't handle the truth. They don't like the best. They know I'm the greatest. I said I'm the greatest. They don't like me. They don't like me. They don't like me. Anyway, here we go. Let's see what this shit is about.
Detective Powell, Detective Schwecky, Idaho State Police.
Schwecky and Powell. Schwecky and Powell. Schwecky and Powell.
Yeah, okay. He's an employee of the Quality Inn in Pullman, Washington. All right, so just real quick, let's just back
Here we go.
up. What is your position? What do you do there at the Quality Inn?
I've done several positions. I've done maintenance. I've done front desk, breakfast.
I'm a candlestick maker. I'm a bread maker. I'm a part-time coroner. Oh my God! Here we go.
Okay, and so
Front
what
desk.
was your
All right, front
role
desk.
that day on June 30th and July 1st of 2022.
I think I had gotten off early that morning because I worked a night audit on June 30th.
Okay.
What day was that? Was that
I don't know.
I don't know. 1 second. Let's look.
I don't think so.
Look here.
Was it a Wednesday?
I think it was a Wednesday. I don't remember.
Let's see.
He worked the front desk. He makes Danishes at part-time.
It is not wanting to go back on this. Let's scroll.
Let me show you how to use it.
Yeah, I'm already laughing at him.
No, we got it. It's okay. So June 30th.
Oh my God, guys.
Thursday. Yep. So the first would have been a Friday.
Oh. Oops.
Okay, so
I wasn't working.
yeah, I didn't work Thursday.
Right. Okay.
But then I would have come Friday.
What time Friday?
Friday.
I think it was 3.
3.
So 3 p.m.
3 to 11. 3 to 11:30.
So was that before or after, or had Mr. Kohlberger, had he already checked out at that time?
Yeah, our checkout is at noon, and the latest we allow checkouts is at 1 p.m. So it would have been a couple hours after at least.
Okay.
Okay, so you weren't there when he checked out. Fantastic.
3 p.m.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
So
great.
you yourself, did you have any contact with Mr. Kohlberger at all, or?
Not that I can remember now.
Okay. All right.
Here you go.
So who was
Welcome,
your
Seattle,
assistant
right?
manager? Okay. How long have you worked for him?
Excuse me.
I actually
Welcome, Seattle,
worked at
right?
the Quality Inn longer than she has. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I've been there almost 2 years now.
Okay.
And she took over as manager last year, January-ish.
So almost a year?
I think so, yeah. Somewhere around there.
Okay. How is she to work with?
Oh, she's great.
Awesome. Okay.
Never had any problems with it.
Okay. And
Hello.
so earlier you
Hello,
talked
love.
about a key card. Can you tell me about that when you first heard of it?
I remember that day I came in and asked what those spare key cards were for, and I remember who was working right then. They said a guest had left them for somebody that never came pick them up.
Okay.
So,
Was there any?
and then
Go ahead. Sorry.
it was just a couple of days ago that was talking about it, and we found they found the old registration card for Mr. Covert, and then that was when they realized that the spare set of keys were left for Madison, and then they got to talking about it because she has like a niece or something named Maddie. So I don't know the organization. Our cameras don't go back that far, so.
Yeah. So you remember?
So what? What?
Maddie.
Okay.
So I don't know. Cameras don't go back that far. So
Yeah.
I don't
So you
understand.
remember seeing
They don't
keys,
fucking enunciate. I don't know what he
came
said
in,
there.
Do you remember? Was there anything written on those keys?
Get the fucking marbles out of your mouth.
Identification attached with them. To
I don't remember. Usually when somebody comes in and asks for spare keys, we
Welcome,
we
Kathy
show them spare keys and
Bianco.
everything.
Okay.
Welcome. Glad you're catching one too, love.
In the reservation
Welcome.
on our system that somebody is going to pick up some spare keys.
Okay. Was there anything in this? That's how it usually goes.
Yeah.
Okay. And in this case, had any of that been done?
Oh dear.
I don't think so.
Okay.
It's usually that way, but sometimes we just tell the next person coming on shift that this person left these keys for some such and such person. So sometimes it's just word of mouth. Sometimes it's written in the reservation.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right.
Okay. All right, hang on, guys. Hang on. Just hang on a second. I want to back up just a little bit. So he never actually saw the key card with Madison on it, right? This is something that he was told, correct? I just want to make sure I understand that part. He didn't actually see that key card, right? Yeah. Let me back it up.
Realized that the spare set of keys were left for Madison.
Yeah, then we realized that the spare set of keys were left for a Madison. So this person never saw those key cards. I just want to make that clear. He's getting this, again, secondhand from the wingnut. From the wingnut.
And then they got to talking about it because she has like a niece or something named Maddie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She has a niece named Maddie. M-A-D-I.
So I don't know. Cameras don't go back that far. So
Yeah. So you remember seeing some spare keys that day you came in. Do you remember? Was there anything written on those keys? Any identification attached with them to identify who they were for?
I don't remember. Usually when
I don't remember.
somebody comes in and asks for spare keys, we ask them to show us the ID and everything.
Uh-huh. But you don't remember. See, that's the thing. We don't remember what was written on a spare key.
On our system that somebody is
Uh-huh.
gonna spare key.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Was there anything in this?
That's you.
That's how it usually goes.
Yeah.
Okay. And in this case, had any of that been done?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
It's usually that way, but sometimes we just tell the next person coming on shift
Uh-huh.
that this person left these keys for some such and such person. So sometimes it's just word of mouth. Sometimes it's written in the reservation.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Word of mouth is always good. Especially in homicide cases.
Yeah, was there,
Uh-huh.
This is Detective Schwecky, just so you
Schweck my Schwecky.
Was there any special instructions given to you about those keys, or did you just notice that the keys were there?
I just noticed that the keys were there. Once they check out, any special instructions kind of are null and void.
Uh-huh.
I guess he was only there for the one night, so he'd already checked out. So those keys...
That's a great point, Merlin from Philly. Why don't we check the computer system? That's a good point. It should be still in there.
The auditor was on the evening of the 30th.
Yeah, that's my cousin from the Delta.
That would have been...
Clyde.
Let's see, that was a Thursday night? That would have been...
That would have been Clyde, my cousin from the Delta.
Last name on it.
I actually don't. Wow.
Does he still work?
I don't either.
I just know... Yeah, he's been there for years and years.
See, do you have a phone number by chance?
We can't get rid of Clyde. We tried.
I don't, because I never really have to call them. So,
Okay.
because I work during the day,
would have that phone number, you think?
She might be able to get a hold of it, yeah.
Okay, all right.
She can either get hold of it or she can call the general manager and get it from him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember any conversation
Okay.
during that period of time with or anyone else about this particular individual who stayed there with you?
Seems that way, Carla, doesn't it?
No, just about the keys, and that was it. I mean,
Tibet. Tibet. Tibet.
Right.
Oh yeah, we're talking months and months ago. I can't imagine how many people you have dealt with since.
Yeah. Yeah, we're talking over 5 months ago now.
Tibet.
At this point in time, so yeah. Okay.
Queen of the
so
way.
You said you do work at
Queen
the
of the
front
way.
desk sometimes?
Goddess of the way.
Yeah, now I'm only front desk and night audit.
Okay.
Back then, I don't was maintenance here, but still I'm not. I don't think I was maintenance then still.
Okay.
I may have been.
Well, let me ask you real quick.
Yeah, whatever.
When someone comes in to, fills out the registration card, what kind of information do they provide on there?
What kind of car they're driving?
Usually, what we usually do is we ask for their ID.
Okay.
And in the system, in our computer systems, we put the address in and everything, and then we get a credit card and put that information and all that stuff. So we get their address, their name, address, and at least a phone number, sometimes an email address as well.
Okay. And then.
Yeah, the name, address,
Okay.
required.
Okay. And then, do they provide any other information? Do they sign it or?
Car.
Yeah, they usually sign it. We noticed that he actually signed it in his dad's name because I guess he used his dad's credit card.
Okay. Gotcha.
Right.
Do people have to provide their vehicle information at all?
No, we only ask for the make, model, and color.
Well, yeah. That's vehicle information. What are you talking about?
Do they write that down, or does that be?
They write it down, yes.
Okay.
And we just have to write it down.
The vehicle information.
Do they put the license plate on there at all, or?
Sometimes.
No, they don't have to because, we don't really...
Oh, okay. You don't...
The only reason that's on there is if, we leave headlights on or the windows down or something like that. Or if there's a fender bender. Just if anything like that happens, call the room and let them know about it.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. All right.
Perfect.
Anything else? Yeah, I think that's going to do it. We should appreciate your help. Real quick.
That cleared things up,
Was the
guys.
general manager there?
Yeah, he's a general manager.
Does he have an Idaho? Do you have his number by chance?
Yeah, that's kind of interesting, guys. We haven't spoken to the general manager yet, have we?
Let me look real quick.
We spoke to the nut job, butt plug, who should have been hospitalized. We spoke to her. We spoke to Clyde, the night auditor, who's been there for 30 years working in the Delta. Now we're speaking to this guy, and we spoke to that other female. But we didn't speak to the general manager. I wonder if they were to talk to him. He would have most of the information, by the way.
Yeah, I've got it right here.
Okay, what is it?
Maybe that's coming. Maybe we'll get that. I don't know. Maybe that's coming. But no, we have not spoken to the actual general manager yet.
All right. Well, thanks. I sure appreciate your help in this. And, if we have any other questions or...
All right. Hang loose, blood. Hang loose, blood.
Can we reach out
All right.
to you again?
Yeah, of course, definitely.
All right.
Okay, and one last thing. Is my number a cell phone or is it a landline, do you know?
Paradise Creek.
No, we're talking about number.
Also known as Hotel, also known as Motel Hell.
Only asking to see if he can receive text.
Hey.
I think,
Motel hell, baby. Hotel hell.
Yeah, sorry, we're tired.
Tired, a lot of people.
And we talk to a lot of people every day, so the names kind of start running together at a certain point in time.
You're the third I've talked to today.
So, awesome. All right. Well,
Yeah.
thanks again. We appreciate it.
It's rough being a homicide detective.
All right,
Trying to solve a quadruple murder. It's rough business. I talked to 3 people today. Fuck me.
15.
All right, there you go. There you go, guys. What do we learn from that? It's a rough business being a fake homicide detective. All right. We talked to 3 people today. Anyway, all right, enough. I think that, yeah, that's right. That's right, Dame Celestine. I think he had a landline, and oddly enough, it was a Garfield phone from 1985. Okay. Remember them? All right, yeah. Anyway, carry on. Remember those novelty phones like Garfield and shit? Those were really cool back in the day. 1985. Hey mom, can I get a Garfield phone, please? Fuck you, Jimmy. All right, we can't afford it. All right, anyway, sorry. All right. This is Nancy Guthrie reporting live. My daughter, Savannah, she asked for a Garfield telephone back in 1985. I said, Savannah, we can't afford a Garfield telephone. She said, Mama, Garfield telephone now, or I bury you in a mine shaft. All right. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you. I'm serious. It could very well be, Marilyn. Oh my God. Mama, I want Odie phone. Buy it for me or I'll bury you in a fucking Arizona desert somewhere. And look what happened. We still can't find her. Oh my God. Do you think I should have bought her the phone, Master Nature? All right, quick break. Hey, then we'll transition into, well, he looks like a tattoo artist. I don't know. He looks like one. Or he could be a bouncer. I'm not sure. Oh my God. All right, quick break. It's not funny, Master Nature. Look what they did to me. Oh my God. All right. Quick break. Remember those Garfield telephones? goes, crowd. The young boy's mine. That's right. All right, here we go. David. Oh, hey, wait a minute. I'm not ready for you. David, yet. I'm not ready for David yet. We get there.
Ridley uses like 10 cameras. And he's it. Fucking
shit. All right, here we go. Let's go. David Johansen. Wait a minute. Ribbon on the day. That's right, baby. Morrison Hotel. One of my favorite Doors albums, by the way. Morrison Hotel. There you are. Let's carry on. Has nothing to do with this case, or maybe it does. Anyway, running away. All right. Yes, she does, Dylan Mortensen. She does. Because she's jealous as fuck of her. That's why. She's jealous. We talked about this. She's jealous. She wants to be her. She never fit into that house. Anyway, let's see what David Johansen has to say for himself. Go ahead. Let's go. This is coming from Connor.
My name is Gideon Roberts. I'm detective again of state police.
Gideon Roberts.
Also a detective with state police. Appreciate you coming down.
St. Paul Police.
As I said earlier, my name is Gideon Roberts. I'm detective again of state police. Partner.
Idaho State. Mr. O'Hara, Idaho State Police.
Appreciate you coming down. The reason that we want to talk with you is obviously we're both involved with the investigation regarding the homicide here. So, of course, as we've been going through a lot of the digital evidence, a lot of the video, your vehicle, or what we believe to be your vehicle, was caught on a couple cameras around that time frame. So,
no shit.
As we work this, not only are we focusing on...
Can we get your DNA and fingerprints?
Someone or somehow involved, but any other vehicle.
Welcome, Scully.
Any time surrounding here, we want
Welcome,
to be able
Scully.
to identify and then just make sure we know who this was and mark it off. Cover our bases.
Yeah, totally. That makes sense.
So,
so his car was caught on camera around the time of the supposed murders, correct? Okay. Hey, let's get your... Are we going to get his DNA? Are we going to get his fingerprints? I wonder.
Evening of the 12th, early morning of the 13th.
Yeah.
Can you give me just a breakdown of your activities and your timeline?
Sure. Yeah, would have been, let's see, because it was Sunday when everything kind of took place, so it was the evening.
12:14.
Late. I was out with some buddies.
Out with some buddies.
We had basically went bar hopping that night.
Bar hopping?
For fun,
For fun, sure.
And then we stayed out until the bars closed at till about whatever, I think it's 2:30, 2 o'clock is closing time. And then I walked with my buddy back to his place, which is over near So we walked from about and then I drove home.
Then you drove home from your buddy's place. Okay.
Sobered up a bit.
Sure.
And I rolled up my driveway, would have been close to 3 o'clock in the morning, I would imagine. And then slept, and then got up that morning, and I took my trash down to the street, right there, at the end of that road there where that big dumpster is. Took my trash there, went back, had breakfast in my apartment, and then I left to go do groceries and laundry and stuff around, I want to say about 10:30 that morning. And then I stayed out there, and that's when I actually got the text message from my buddy Dave that something had happened. He got the vandal alert because he's on campus. And he had said, hey, man, I got a vandal alert. There's been a murder on your street. And I on my way in from doing laundry, that's when the cops and everybody was there around 12:30, 1 o'clock, whatever time that was. But yeah, that was, you know, where I was and stuff that evening prior, and then in the morning time too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just back up a little bit. So I just want to confirm your address. What is your
My address is
all right.
Timu, baby.
And what
Timu.
were you driving?
so the same car I drove here today. It's a
It's a white Hyundai Elantra. Go figure.
Great cars.
yeah.
I had a
Right?
86. Same thing as the first car for me. So.
No, wait.
Car I drove here today. It's a
It's a white something. It's a white something. That's all I'm saying. It's a white something.
No, great cars.
Yeah.
I had a 86. Same thing as the first car for me. So.
And a white
Excellent. Okay.
Toyota what? A white Toyota what? We're talking about Toyotas, aren't we? What's a Celica? Didn't Toyotas make Celicas?
Excellent. Okay.
No, I don't know, man.
And you said you were out bar hopping with some friends. What were their names again?
Hunter Johnson. No. Hunter Johnson. Jack DeCour. Mason Bangman.
We went to
Cole Barenberg.
I'm trying to retract the night now. We've talked about
Jose
all of
Cruz.
this and how peculiar this is because we were in that main street. We might have walked by those kids or whatever too.
Oh, you might have walked by.
But me and my buddy, we had a drink at Tonga. We walked over to Mills, and that's where we shot pool and stuff. But most of the evening, that's where my buddy Kyle met us.
Okay.
And then we stayed there
Toyota
for quite a while,
Corolla.
and then we decided to walk down to just to kind of close the night.
Sure. Okay. I'm sorry. Last name again?
Barenberg.
And if you guys need their numbers or anything, I can give those to
If
you.
you have those, that'd be awesome.
A white Toyota
I mean, look,
something he drives. Probably has fog lights on it, I'm guessing. It's probably a model between oh. Yeah. Celicas, yeah. Well, fantastic. Welcome, Jules O'Mara. What is redacted here? What are we redacting? Okay, hang on.
Sure.
I'm going to look this up. What are we looking up? Sorry. Last name again. Okay, we're looking up a last name.
And if you guys need their numbers or anything, I can give those to you.
Oh, okay.
That'd be awesome. We start with Dave.
Yep. Let me look this up here.
Okay, he's looking up numbers for a friend. Looking up numbers for the friend. Oops. Back to tab. Okay. There he's still there. David Johansson. Hello, Jules. Hope everybody's having a beautiful Friday. Hell yeah. Beautiful Friday. Hopefully your day was easy today. You didn't have to deal with too much shit today, guys. Welcome, Caroline. Always good to see you, love. Good times never seemed so good, did they, Caroline? No, they didn't. Especially in the Delta, before the bubonic plague. All right. Oh, my God. Yes, we had grass shacks, and, well, you can only imagine, but we still had good time. Before the bubonic plague set in. I tried to warn everybody in my village. Don't you let the bubonic plague in. They didn't listen to me. They never listened to Tyrone. Oh, no. Dame Antis, cancel the goddamn order. Just cancel the I don't know why you're getting charged that much for a goddamn coffee mug. Cancel the goddamn order. You shouldn't be paying that much for a coffee mug, love. Okay? Seriously. Cancel it. No. Cancel. Should not be getting charged that much for shit. Wow. Must be a lot of numbers here. Jeez. How many numbers do we have? Oh, yeah, in a delta. That's what I said, Tara. That's what I said, Dame. Yeah, that's the bubonic. You wouldn't think the bubonic plague rolled in down there, but it rolled in. I tried to tell everybody. They didn't listen. The whole village got wiped out. Now look what you're stuck with. Now, Dame John knows about that because MD's at war with her about it. So I don't know why he's at war. He's at war with her. But anyway. Lots of numbers. Oh, my God. Half the interview is redacted because... oh, no. Is it paused? No, sorry. It's paused, guys. Well, let's ride the lightning, shall we? Still paused, though. I wasn't too far off. Okay, Netflix. Yeah, it was still paused. I mean, I'm sorry, we're still redacted. There we go. 5:50. Jules O'Mara. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with Mrs. John Dame. She always thinks the war's over, and it's not. All right, here we go.
Maybe a silly question. Sure.
No.
Just for talking with these guys. Do you know, are they both residents here in Idaho?
Yeah, as far as I know.
Oh, my God. So glad we know who we're talking about.
That just helps me when I go to verify. I can look at the driver's license. It's super easy. If it's
oh my God.
I guess I would be remiss if I didn't ask. Obviously, or the obvious questions. Did you know any of the victims? Okay. Were any of them in any of your classes?
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, it's one of those things too. When I saw their photos and stuff, you know, I just obviously my heart goes out to everybody. I don't know how many students I've had over the years. I don't remember them being in a class of mine or anything.
Okay. So wait. So are you right? Is he? So he is a professor?
Yeah.
This guy's a professor.
Okay. All right. Well, you said you didn't know him. You hadn't spent any time with him outside of the classroom or anything like that, any personal life.
What do you think this guy teaches?
Never ran into him on the street or anything.
No, I mean,
Weird.
The one thing I remember talking to the investigative reporter from the Idaho Statesman like last week or so, and he was wondering about like if I'd ever seen them around in that area back there. I was telling him the same thing, is that there's so many students and stuff when it's a normal, like, warm weather semester. I mean, it's possible I could have drove by and they were out somewhere one time or something, but I just can't, recall really. Sure. But I never had any interactions or anything with them for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So, you bring that up, so now I'm just curious.
Yeah.
So, reporters have been out canvassing or knocking on doors? Or?
Yeah, just kind of, I've noticed there's some of them are just kind of like waiting for people to park, and then they're just assuming like, oh, you live here, let me talk to you. Sure. That was Kevin, I can't remember his last name, but I talked to him last week. But other than that, everybody's been pretty chill back there too, and staying off the roads and stuff, because it's getting kind of gnarly back there, ice and stuff.
Yes, it is. I was actually just at your apartment private calling, and that's pretty nasty, that little hill parking lot area where you guys are forced to...
I don't know what the grade is back there. It's crazy in the wintertime.
Well, actually, the one above you, where they come through that S corner,
Forget it.
I would imagine people end up in your apartment if they're not careful.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, that's exactly, people were coming down there, and it was just too slick, and you slide until you can't go anywhere, and you just kind of go off a little berm.
Oh, man. All right. Well, the thing that I haven't asked you, I think, is...
But we still drive when it's icy.
So.
Idiot.
All right.
After
I got that call today, and I don't know how many
no, I'm not going to say.
neighbors you guys have really talked to, as far as like the Queen Road, all those apartments. But I know like the person who lives right next to me, I've never seen them before.
You never seen them before? They live right next to you. How long have you lived there for? You never seen them before. Where'd they come from? They just came. They just materialized. I don't know.
Okay.
But other than that, there's nothing I can really think of.
Okay.
When all of this happened, I was talking to my mom and stuff on the phone, trying to think like when I was coming up that drive, early in that morning, I didn't notice anything or see anything out of the ordinary.
Sure.
The same thing in the morning when I took my trash down the road, it was just so quiet. And I just remember seeing all the trash and stuff there, and I don't know if that had been emptied immediately after all that stuff happened, but I know that there was a report or something that the police had kind of went through trash and stuff, but I remember throwing my trash in there just going, Jesus, somebody needs to fucking pick this up, but I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary, that I normally would on a Sunday morning,
When did you say you threw your trash in there?
This would have been about probably 9 a.m. or 9:30 or something like that, early when I got up.
So what time do you think you came home?
From doing like grocery shopping and stuff?
No, before that. So you said you were out at the bars and waited to see.
Yeah, this would have been probably close to 3 o'clock in the morning.
And what time did you get up?
You had seen your vehicle in the area around 2:48 a.m.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That'd be about right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. That makes sense.
Cool. Okay.
Just out of curiosity, since you live so close, is that house typically pretty with a lot of parties?
They're usually it's very busy, that house, and then the ones that are at the end of King Road, that like little I don't know, cul-de-sac or whatever you want to call it, that one's usually just popping with people. So that one, and then the one that was a newer build, it's kind of like adjacent to that one that nobody's been really there since all this happened.
Okay.
And as far as I know, it's all undergrad students and stuff that live back there, but on the weekends, and I told the reporter this too because he was wondering about the frequency of parties and stuff. I said, usually it's like stuff starts like Thursday night and it just goes all weekend until you just don't hear nothing on Sunday because everybody's sleeping in or whatever.
Yep.
But that's in my experience. I've lived back there for, this is coming up on 5 years. Back there, it's just the same.
Yeah.
Whether the students are coming in and out or if it's the same students or whatever, it's just the environment back there. That's how it's always been. And it's so weird now. It's just so quiet back there.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, yeah, after 4 murders. Yeah.
But yeah, I would imagine like if anybody's telling you that those houses are like not that, it's just not the case.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could, if I don't know how many people you guys have talked to in that apartment complex, but they'd probably tell you the same thing. It's a little rowdy back there, but...
Yeah, we've got a little bit of a mixed message, but the majority of people kind of tend to do it. I mean, it's college, what do you expect?
Yeah.
Which, that's certainly...
Yeah, it's part of it.
It's part of the experience, so... Okay, awesome. So I ask what type of...
I think you're right, CB. You're right. I think you're right. That's true. Yeah, he is on one of the body cams of the officers. That's right. Him and a girl. Right, that's true. I think you're right about that. Yeah. Good point on that. Good calling out on that. That's right. Yeah.
Excellent. And I gotta ask because I can hear the accent a bit. So where are you from originally?
Sweden.
So you hear it.
Oh yeah. Okay. Excellent.
Yeah, that's all my students, they comment the same.
So he is a teacher. He is a professor.
Phrases I have too. They're like, what is that? I remember I said something about, like, the night before Halloween one time about being like Devil's Night. And they're like, what?
Yep.
And I go, you guys don't do that? They're like, no. And I go, okay, that's good.
You don't do Devil's Night? Wow, that's a major concept here.
Well, thank you very much for coming in.
I guess. Fucking idiot.
Sure. Excellent. Well, like I said, that really helps us hammer this down because not only are we focused on, of course, I'm sure you've seen the news press release of that one white car.
Right.
We want to talk to those people as well.
Yeah.
But any other vehicle that we see, we want to just...
Yeah, totally. That makes sense.
We can make sure that we talk to and identify anybody with those vehicles as well. So,
how about this? Would you mind if we get a DNA sample and fingerprint sample from you? Professor? I guess he's a fucking professor at the University of Idaho. All right, weird. Hey, but hey, what are you going to ask him? Well, since, we're asking everybody this, can we get a DNA sample from you? And can we get a fingerprints from you? And then we see how these little schmucks respond. Right? They all have a good story. But then you start, hey, okay, fine. We're asking everybody for DNA, just in case, and we're asking for fingerprints. Would you be okay with that? Moscow. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
excellent.
How about your DNA?
Really appreciate it. Thank you. Have a good day.
Ha! There you go, guys. There you go. More hard-hitting investigation by Moscow police. Bye-bye. So, no, we don't ask for his DNA. We don't ask for his fingerprints. Who the fuck knows? Who cares? He could have told you a story that sounds believable. Who cares? Again, what do we know about this case? This was not a real homicide investigation. We just talk to people. They give us a bullshit story. And we say, okay, bye-bye. Have a nice day. And we don't follow up with anything. Okay. Right. Hey, guys, it's not like we're investigating a quadruple murder here. No. Where everybody is a suspect. Just because he's telling you a story that sounds plausible doesn't mean that you shouldn't get his DNA or his fingerprints. I think this is called Investigating Homicides 101, is it not? Yes, it is. Right? Well, because guess what happened? Oh, there's unknown male DNA found in the residence, found in the murder house. We don't know whose it is. Gee, I wonder if that has anything to do with not asking people for their fucking DNA, especially males. No, it could have anything to do with that. Fucking inbreds. Fucking inbreds. Fucking inbreds. Oh, by the way, how did you clear Cole Berenberg? How did you clear Jose Cruz and his fucking proclivity to smoke cigarettes by houses that are filled with young female college students? How did you clear Mr. Cruz? Fuck you. Fuck you. Welcome, LA. What the hell? Where you been? Where you been? Oh, I don't even know where. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. What stays in, Vegas, I guess what happens there stays in Vegas. All right, here we go. Good grief. Yeah, I don't know who they are. I lived there for 5 years in the neighborhood, and I don't know who they are. I may have seen them driving around, but I don't know. But it's weird because I happen to be driving a white Toyota something that probably matches the fucking description of vehicle suspect number 1. But I don't ask for any DNA evidence. I don't ask for any fingerprints. Even though, guess what, guys? He's driving a car that probably matches the suspect vehicle in question. Well, yeah, that's why they wanted to talk to him in the first place. Remember? Good old Moscow Police Department. Oh my God. Oh my God. So here's the question. Why are you even bothering talking to this guy? I don't know. What? Everybody on that fucking street claims they don't know a goddamn thing about what happened. Every single fucking person on that fucking goddamn street, they don't know a fucking thing. They didn't hear a thing. They didn't, except for that guy who saw the door wide open, by the way. I'm just saying. Nobody heard people screaming. Nothing. People are awake, though. People are awake till 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. They're awake. People are up in houses, 1118. People are awake. Lights are on. Nobody hears a fucking thing. Nobody sees a fucking thing. Sure. Sure. Even though we got a dog barking his fucking ass off, we hear people screaming their fucking asses off like they're getting fucking stabbed to death, but nobody hears a fucking thing. Hey guys, is it possible to take an entire block of people and lock them up for lying? Can we just do that? Until they decide they want to tell the truth because they want to get out of jail? Nah, not in this case. We never figured that. We never figured that out. Fucking inbreds. Fucking inbreds. Well, thanks for talking to us. Have a great day. We're not going to ask for your DNA because we totally believe your story. We've never met you before. You lived in the neighborhood for 5 years, right down from the murder house. But, yeah, sure. What the hell? It's ridiculous. Anyway, speaking of what the L, you guys know what the L. Check her channel out. Check her channel out. Just saying, check her channel out. If you don't already know she has a channel, check her channel out. All right. Well, that was interesting, right? Sure. All right, moving on. We're doing one more, baby. We doing one more? We doing one more for the early show, baby. So this is Devry Duff. What a name. Devry Duff. Accomplished date. ISP supplement number 30. Number 30. December 2nd, 2022. 19 days after the homicides. Let's see what Devry has to say. Shall we? Shall we cover Devry Duff? Dev for short. Dev for short. How about this? Oh, this is gonna really blow your mind. You think? Wait. This is gonna blow your mind now. This is gonna blow your mind. Here we go. You already know where I'm going with this, don't you? You already know where I'm going with this. Here we go. Excuse me. Gotta call. Gotta go. Yeah, Master Nature, I had that same cough when I first got with Ashley. It was horrible. I could never get rid of it. Sorry. Yeah, I still cough to this day because of her fucking Down syndrome shit. All right, enough. Thank you, MD. It's fucking Down syndrome shit. I told you, MD. I warned you about the bubonic plague, but you didn't fucking listen to Tyrone. I told you I have a cough for years. You can never get rid of bubonic plague. Once you get bubonic plague, you'll be coughing your fucking ass off a year. All right. Hey, it ain't fucking funny, Master Nature. Now look at MD. He can't shake a cough. Work it out, guys. Work it out. Work it out, guys. I can't control your choices or what you're doing up there. All right? The only thing I ask is you provide me with information that's accurate. That's all I ask. Well, what do you think we do, asshole? Sorry. All right. Quick break. All right. No. How you doing, Dylan? How you doing? Yeah. Hey, by the way, why does Dylan, here's a question for you, at the sentencing hearing, right? Or whatever, plea. Why does Dylan Morrison look exactly like Emily Allant? Here's a question for you. She looks exactly like Emily Allant. Same fucking hairstyle. She styled her hair just in the same way that Emily Allant styles her fucking hair. Funny how that is. Yeah. Why? Well, she murdered, she had a hand in murdering Kaylee. So, we can't copy her anymore, can we? We destroyed the object of our jealousy. So now we start to make ourselves look exactly like Emily Allant. Weird how that is. Yeah, she looks just like Emily Allant. Same hairstyle. Same fucking look. Good old Dylan Mortensen. She never knew she never knew who she was, and she never knew who she should copy herself off of. But she certainly latched on to fucking Kaylee, didn't she? Like a fucking leech. Like a fucking leper. A fucking leech and a fucking leper is Dylan Mortensen to Kaylee Gonzalez. Yeah. Yeah, we should look at those photographs again, shouldn't we? She always wants to be right next to her. She always wants to be right next to her up her fucking ass. She's the cunt who brought Kaylee back to the house. As we suspect. Fucking Dylan. Yeah, her fucking Vans. Her fucking bloody Van shoe print. She tried to fucking wipe up as she was re-entering her fucking room after running around the murder scene. She tried to clean up her fucking bloody Van shoe print. She didn't get all of it though. She missed a spot, didn't she? Because that sneaker was entering her room. Her very own shoe print. Moscow Police Department. Where do you fucking think that came from? It didn't come from Brian Kohlberger. Did they ever question it? Nope. Did Brett Payne, our bulbous creation motherfucker inbred, did he ever question it? Nope. No. He twisted that little fucking bulbous inbred. He twisted that little scenario around in his PCA, and he made it try to seem like that was the killer shoe print. That's what he did in his little PCA piece of shit. But that was Dylan Mortensen's shoe print. People in denial. That was her latent bloody shoe print that they uncovered going into her room. And then she took off her shoes somewhere and got rid of them somewhere, or cleaned them off. Or maybe she put them in a bag. Oops. Right? Remember, when it comes to you guys already know this, when it comes to the Idaho 4 case, everybody in denial pretends that a 19-year-old female does not have the capacity to kill people. They all want to pretend that a 19-year-old girl does not have the capacity to inflict serious damage on other people. They are such in denial about this. This case, when you and I know that there are plenty of cases involved where 19-year-old females and even younger females fucking murder people. Murder their friends. Murder their friends. And some of these cases involve luring their friends into their death. Tricking them into their death. This is not unheard of. But for some reason, the Idaho 4 case, the people in denial, they totally reject that. They totally reject that reality. And it's very sad. And that's why, again, they will always be on the opposite side. They will always be against the wall. I was watching, guys, this is a bit ago, but you guys know what I'm talking about. I mean, I'm not telling you anything you don't know. Piers Morgan interviewing that young female, right? Her and her boyfriend at the time, they lured that poor fool into the house. She did this. She was about 17 at the time, by the way. 17. She concocted a plan with her fucking boyfriend at the time to lure her ex-boyfriend to a house in which they proceeded to beat the shit out of him. I think they shot him. And then they decided to dismember his fucking body and burn his body in the backyard in a fucking fire pit. And she was 17 years old at the time, guys. So yeah, I think Dylan Mortensen, she has the capacity to hurt people. Just saying. It's not out of the realm of possibility. You couple that with the fact that her story is a bunch of dog shit. We have bloody footprints, at least one latent bloody footprint that matches her fucking Van sneakers going into her room. Gee, I don't know. I wonder what that could mean. She was walking around the crime scene during the murders? Nah. No, if if this was a real fucking homicide investigation, Dylan Mortensen would have been arrested on 11/13/2022. We know this for a fact. She would have been arrested. She would still be in jail to this day unless she gave up information, unless they gave her immunity in some fashion to rat out the other perpetrators in this case. That's exactly what should have happened in this case. That's exactly what we should have seen in this case. That is the truth. That is the only thing that makes sense in this case. Everybody wants to do mental gymnastics in this case, when the straight line is very fucking clear. Dylan Mortensen is a perpetrator of these murders. There's no getting around it. Not only by her words, but by we're finding bloody footprints in the house that match hers. We're finding other articles in the house of blood on them that match her blood. I mean, her DNA is already going to be in the house because she lives there. Again, most of this is going to go back to her story. That's where this is all going to go back to. It's going to go back to her story. A story that makes no sense. Yes, you're going to arrest her on 11/13/2022. Absolutely. I don't care what anybody says. Anybody like you, my garden, and me, right? How many, again, I go back to this. How many fucking homicide cases have you and I seen? Okay, where there's a young female perpetrator involved. A lot. A lot. And guess what? They tell better stories than Dylan Mortensen tells. And they got away with shit for a while. I'm thinking of a case, I think it was in Canada, for Christ's sake. I think it was in Canada. Was it Canada? No, it may have been in another, was it Canada? Anyway, never mind. I'm going too long about this. You guys already know what I'm talking about. You guys already know. I'm trying to think of where that case was. I'm thinking, was it Canada? I think it was in Sweden. I'm thinking like Sweden or something. There was a case involved with a young female, right? She conspired to kill her parents. They were a well-off family. They were rich. The family was rich. She was rich. And she decided to conspire with her fucking boyfriend, kill her parents. And she got away with it for a really long time. She tried to suck her brother into it. You remember that case? She tried to suck her brother into her lies, just like Dylan Mortensen tried to suck Bethany Funk into her lies. Same thing. Same fucking thing. Eventually, they figured out that she was the prime suspect. She tried to manipulate her brother into lying for her. She got convicted. And guess how old she was? She was younger than Dylan Mortensen was. People in denial. This shit happens. It doesn't happen frequently, but it happens. There are hundreds and hundreds of cases involving young females who kill people. Hundreds and hundreds. They say, oh, Master Nature, what would be the motive? Well, take a pick. Break. We are the greatest. let's carry on. So we're talking to DV Rodrigo. Are you ready for DV Rodrigo? Are you ready for DV Rodrigo? I think we all should sue him. Yeah, I agree, L, I agree. For mental anguish, psychological anguish, mental pain. Yeah. Fucking hell. Lies. For all the lies that they told. For the narrative that's complete nonsense that they try to foist upon everybody. I mean, it's ridiculous here. But hey, DV. Hey, ride 'em, cowboy. All right. Ride those potatoes. All right, here we go. I'm walking here. All right. All right, here we go. Yes, that's his lady friend. That's right. Hey, he making me do his homework. All right. All right. All right, enough. All right, calm down. Here we go. Devo Duff. Here we go, Devo. Here we go, Devo. Who are we talking to? Oh my God. Here we go. Yeah, it's a black guy. It's always a black guy. All right. CB said black.
See right there? Okay.
All right, what are we doing? Are we interviewing somebody in a car? Probably. Yeah, you can like, baby. Let's like, baby. You can whip that like button. Hey, baby, you can whip that like button. All right, baby. All right, baby. Hey, it's not midnight yet, baby. All right, baby. All right. What are we doing? Sounds like we're walking. Where are we walking to? I don't know. Jesus, where are we walking?
Thanks for coming in.
Oh, okay. Jeez. I have no idea.
How do I pronounce your first name?
Devo.
You mentioned your legal name. Do you go by something else? I go by.
You whipped it good already, baby. Oh, good for you, baby. Oh my God.
Then your last name is.
Well, it's tough being black, Italian, Philly. All right. Hey, Apollo. No. No, that's not. That's Rocky. I beat him, but I didn't whip him. All right. Whip him good. All right. I love you, Merle. Oh, this is a great start, isn't it, to this interview? I have no idea what's going on. The black guy at the grub truck. It's always a black guy, I'm telling you. Demetrius. All right. Wow, we're already redacted. So lovely. 2 minutes in, we're already redacted. Oops. What is this crap? SUV seen leaving at 4:24 a.m., returning 6:30 a.m. Well, I'd like to get to that part. Oh, my God. And we're redacted still. Isn't this lovely? Good job, ISP. I'll tell you what. They're getting really good at redacting things. It's like their use of Amido Black. Let's just dump the shit all over the fucking crime scene. See what happens.
and how long has that been?
It's been having troubles all month, but it's recently been kind of kicked the caboose for about a week.
Oh, okay.
And so like right when that's okay.
Where the fuck are we interviewing? In a tin fucking can? I don't know. I think so, actually. I think so. I think that's real, CB.
Do you remember?
I think that's real, actually. I think they walked by the crime scene when the cops were there.
I'm a little bit.
I think that's real.
I think I told the officer when he was here about what I saw.
Officer where?
It was right after that morning.
It's like a Moscow PD officer? Okay.
Yeah. And so I gave him my ID and I gave a little bit of a few the only thing I saw really was like these two people knocking at that door and getting denied. Like they called someone and they denied entry. And so.
At the door of the house?
Yeah.
What time was that at?
Around like 5:30. Around that.
The night before in the evening? Okay.
Somebody. Oh, all right. Wait a minute. Wait. It's very hard to hear because, again, Idaho State Police, they're not real homicide detectives. So we're interviewing this person. It sounds like we're going on a fucking walk with them. So, of course, the audio is terrible, which is par for the course for these fucking inbreds. So we have to listen closely to what they're saying. Good job. It's not like we're investigating quadruple murder here, guys. So she saw people being denied entry at the murder house approximately 5:30 p.m. that 11:12. That's what she said. Carry on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Two guys.
Two guys.
One of them had a tan jacket and like I think a gray lining on it and like some like weird gray hat.
Uh-huh.
Like, he had fluffy hair, so like I was kind of noticing, but not really. So it's
right.
Uh-huh.
And then there was some other guy. I don't remember him at all.
Uh-huh.
What was their build like? Were they larger guys?
Basketball toned.
Thin, heavy set?
Basketball toned.
They were kind of decent, like the guy in the...
They were kind of like decent. What the fuck does that mean?
He seemed somewhat little tall and like kind of decently built. And other guys seemed a little smaller and stuff like that, just barely. But
what about their skin complexion?
I think they were both Caucasian.
Okay.
That's about as much as I can remember. It's really late. I saw them as I was pulling out of the apartment and everything because I went and grabbed some food at that time. So.
What drew your attention to them?
It was just because I'm kind of a nosy neighbor sometimes.
Yeah.
So
nosy neighbor.
Because that plant where you can park your cars for a while there.
Mm-hmm.
I had my car up there, and so I was like directly next to them.
Okay.
When I like walking up to my car, so I was kind of just paying attention because nothing better to do, and there's just some people talking down there, just catching my ears. So.
Did they have a car there with them?
No, they walked. So I think they might be university or something.
Okay.
I don't know if they got the wrong house or if it was that someone was in there and says, no, you can't come in or something like that.
So that night, on the night of the 12th, were you working that night?
Yes, I was.
Okay. And what time did you go to work?
10 p.m.
10 p.m.? Okay. And did you drive or walk?
Yes,
I did. And drove that vehicle?
I did, yes.
And what time did you come home from work?
Probably 6:45 to 7.
Did you ever come back to your place during your work shift, or
No.
never?
No, sometimes I do, but I didn't that night, and I had to stay at work and kind of just leave. Sadly, since I work overnight, I can sometimes go, but I don't think anyone else was there to like cover for me while I was gone, so I couldn't leave to go see my pets. I usually just see my cats, but I don't think I did.
You don't think you did, or is it possible you did?
No, because no.
Isn't this great, guys? Isn't it nice interviewing people just walking around in the snow? Fucking inbreds. Fucking inbreds. You ever see a quadruple murder case where we're interviewing people walking around in the snow? I haven't.
Where did you, that night when you went to work, where did you park the vehicle?
I would have parked it right on the light post. There's...
Oh my God.
I'm talking about up on your apartment.
Up on my apartment, right where it is now is usually where I park my car, if it is in full. So.
Okay. So, do you recall that's where you picked up your car from that night? When you went to work?
Yes. I had it pulled up onto that weird kind of crooked one off to that side on the parallel parking.
So, very similar to where it is right now. Okay. And do you recall where you parked that morning when you got home?
When I got home, I'm pretty sure I parked I did the parallel parking because I remember doing it because I think parallel parking is tedious, but I'm somewhat good at it. And so I'm pretty sure I did it, and the only reason I'm pretty sure I did it is because I think I was a little upset because they were parking something around the thing, parallel parking like too far out basically, just screwing up everyone else, someone else was and stuff. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I did park there.
Do you ever park anywhere else within the complex?
Usually not, because it's just more convenient to walk my car.
These are some hard-hitting questions, guys.
Go wherever I can find parking, because usually there's backup on parking, and there's a
Imagine. So, how good are you at parallel parking? Well, I'm fairly good at it. These are some hard-hitting Idaho State Police questions, guys. Okay. Just saying.
But you believe when you came home...
That hotel lady needed a Thorazine shot and a fucking one-way ticket to the fucking cuckoo nest.
Is it possible you parked your vehicle around the corner?
No.
In the back?
Sadly, no, because the only reason I think I would park it off the side is if I couldn't get my car up that hill, because it's a nasty hill. But
Yeah, I'm not talking about on the hill on top. If you go past your unit, there's kind of like a big area right there before you climb up into the building. Do you ever park over there?
I do sometimes. I haven't in a while though, because of my car's been stuck, and so I've don't like parking up there.
God, we're asking more questions about how our parking habits are than we are about the actual fucking case. Good job, you fucking inbreds. Again, I'm going to say this in every goddamn fucking live, okay? These are not real homicide detectives. They never were. They're inbreds. They should never be associated with this case. This is not how you investigate quadruple homicides. We don't talk to people outside, shuffling feet, shuffling our recorder around like we're fucking walking around in fucking snow. Inbreds. Fucking Idaho fucking inbreds. Disgusting. Again, what do we say? They give every real homicide detective a bad fucking name for doing this shit. Fucking disgusting. Never let a fucking inbred cop pretend to conduct a homicide investigation. Never, ever do this. This is a cautionary tale.
The mid one. Yeah, not all the way up past your unit.
Who cares?
Building here that stands along the front of the area park here, and then the main driveway to your unit comes around and then climbs that steep site.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, no, I never parked down there.
I don't park there. What else do you got?
Those apartment buildings and the house building people, and I try not to park there because I won't take anyone else's spot just because I can't get up my hill.
And we're still talking about parking spaces. Fucking inbreds. I hope to God this goes to fucking trial. I want all these fucking inbred potatoes exposed for not being real homicide detectives. This is a waste of time. This is a waste of energy.
Those guys or those tenants park over there.
Oh! Now we're talking about other tenants parking somewhere in fucking parking spots. Guys, isn't this a hard-hitting fucking investigation? Ridiculous. You wonder why? I'll tell you what. This case would have never been solved if they didn't concoct some bullshit fucking story. These fucking inbreds would never solve anything. Ever. In their life. Ever. Listen to this.
Anyone in the area, I don't know any of the, I don't know.
Let's we drop this because I think it might be easier to understand.
No! That's because you're a fucking inbred interviewing outside, walking around with the fucking recorder in your pocket. You fucking goddamn brainless, fucking Palouse, fucking mongrels. Again, these people should never have been involved in this investigation. I will say it a million times. They are not real homicide detectives. They never were real homicide detectives. They're pretending to be homicide detectives, but as you can see, this is not how you investigate a quadruple murder, and this is not how you conduct an interview in a quadruple murder case. In fact, a quadruple murder case, that's the biggest case in your fucking state's history. You fucking circus clowns. These people are circus clowns. I am so disgusted by these fucking people. It makes me sick. It makes me absolutely fucking sick that these people would even try to portray themselves as fucking homicide. It makes me sick. And people who are fucking stupid and in denial, they accept these types of interviews as yes, this happens all the time in investigations. No, it doesn't. No, it does not. This is not how we conduct interviews. Period. We don't walk around with people with our recorder in our fucking pocket with all kinds of distortion and noise. You can barely hear what the fuck they're talking about. Right? I'm serious. Obviously, my guard, you know this. But I just want to point out how ridiculous this is. It's totally ridiculous. No, you get her at your police station, you put her in an interrogation room, and then you question her. You video record her, and you audio record her. You don't do this kind of stupid shit. You don't do this kind of inbred fucking backwaters kind of deliverance kind of bullshit. Fucking deliverance kind of bullshit. I might as well play fucking dueling banjos for you. You fucking inbreds. In fact, I think I will play dueling banjos for you. Because that's the epitome of these fucking inbreds. I'm serious. It's disgusting to me. It really is, guys. To have these fucking inbreds try to make everybody think that this is how we investigate homicides. That's what really disgusts me here. And fucking Bill Thompson and the rest of these fucking inbreds, they make me sick because of this shit. And we should see a fucking trial. We should have saw a trial last year. But we know Ann Taylor, and now we know more about Ann Taylor and her fucking shenanigans that she fucking pulled in this case. And if it turns out to be true what Dr. Turvey said, Ann Taylor, you should be stripped of your goddamn law license. I said this months ago and months ago. Ann Taylor should not have a law license. We said that almost 9 months ago. We said 9 months ago that Ann Taylor should have been stripped of her law license. She should not be practicing law in any capacity. And now, when we have people like Dr. Turvey now come out, it just reinforces and confirms that Ann Taylor was a fucking player in this whole thing. We knew that. We knew that. We couldn't necessarily prove it. But I'm saying right now, Ann Taylor should not have a law license. Period. Excuse me. Period. She should have been stripped months ago of her law license. Months and months and months ago. The same, now I'm starting to think her whole fucking defense team should have been stripped. Fucking Ann Taylor. That fucking cock-sucking cunt. That cock-sucking sorority cunt. Quick break. I laugh at the superior intellect. I laugh at the superior intellect. Because I am the greatest.
So, like, here's your building. Okay.
Oh, here we go. So here's your building.
Cars parked.
This is where the cars are parked.
Car is right now.
Right.
All right.
Like, this is your door. Okay.
Uh-huh.
There's another building over here.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And you come around and there's parking spots right here and parking spots up here. And then you can continue around and then there's more parking spots up here. Around
Good.
this building.
Right.
Kind of
Fantastic.
A little breezeway. Okay.
Little breezeway.
Do you ever park up here?
Ha!
You do, okay.
Well, that solves the case, guys.
No worries.
Yeah,
We solved the case.
this is a parking lot I'd rather go to before having to go.
Okay.
And so,
How about this? Did you know any of the victims? Okay.
yeah.
Can we start with that?
I could think of if my car wasn't parked here, I'd be parked here.
Okay.
Guys, this interview is only 60 minutes long, and we spent 12 minutes and 30 seconds of this interview discussing parking. Just saying.
Upon your return from work, that you park right there.
Possibly.
Wow.
Usually.
Welcome,
I
satire.
possibilities, but,
Welcome, love. Welcome, love.
I usually, with people gone, by the time someone usually leaves, when I leave or something, or there's usually a spot available, so I'm pretty sure I did park along this way, because that's what I do 95% of the time, and so if I didn't, I would try to be back that way.
I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting to get to the part where SUV is seen leaving at 4:24, returning at 6:30. Are they trying to say that was her car?
Does anybody else have that?
No.
At the time of the incident,
At the time of the incident, let's redact it.
were you living with anybody at the time?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, we need a trial. Bill Thompson, I hope your heart is ready for it. I hope you don't have a heart attack in the middle of the trial after perpetrating bullshit for 30 fucking years in your goddamn miserable career. You fucking prick. Guys, this is redacted. Guys, I'm tempted to reach out to the new law firm and say, hey, if you need my help, I charge no money. If you're serious about defending this case, just reach out to me. If you're stuck. Jeez. I don't think it'd be that hard. And we're still redacted. So what do we establish in this interview? Well, sometimes I park here, sometimes I park there. I don't know. Great.
No.
No?
No, I don't. I mean, you said you were kind of like a nosy neighbor.
Uh-huh.
So what was the vibe like over at that house before all this went down? I mean,
it seemed like it was kind of one of the college party houses and stuff like that. And from what I can tell, and they were having, from what I looked in, it just seemed like either someone was home all the time, or there's always either cars parked up there, or they would have music playing and have a bunch of people over, and it was just, yeah.
Yeah, great.
The whole vibe of that whole area was just kind of
A party area, right.
Gotcha.
Right. The whole block. What's a good number for phone number for you? What's your sign? Are you single?
Sorry, we just did not want to do it, and because, I mean, the media, if they see people talking to, then they want to go talk to that person, so.
Yeah, that's why you do it in a police station, you fucking inbreds! You fucking inbreds.
Well, if you have any reason at all, even for the smallest thing, don't hesitate to reach out to us. You just call Moscow PD or whatever,
I can't understand you, asshole.
if something comes up, feel free to holler.
Alright.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Boy, guys. Woo! Bye-bye. We're walking back to our police car. Getting some donuts.
Yep. Have a great day.
Have a great day. Yep. Have a good one. Yeah, there you go. Oh my God. So glad we got that interview. Complete waste of fucking time. Complete waste of Idaho taxpayers' dollars. Hey, Idaho. That's your Moscow Police Department in action. Investigating a quadruple homicide case. Aren't you glad you're paying for that? Jesus Christ. Children of the potatoes. Wow. Okay. That has probably been one of the most useless interviews I've ever heard coming out here. 16 minutes of useless information. We spent 13 minutes talking about where she parks. We didn't ask about any of the victims. We didn't ask if she knew any of the victims. Nothing. Did we? No. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. Unbelievable. But there you go, my friends. I love you. Once again, what do we say? This was not a real homicide investigation. These were not real homicide detectives. These were children of the potatoes, inbreds. This is ridiculous. I don't know how many times I have to reinforce that point. You already know it, but people in denial, they still think to seem that this is a real investigation. Yeah. Even the MSM and even parrot heads, even people who claim to be in the field for 30 years, they think this is a real investigation. Pretty sick. I don't know. I don't know if Molly is Little G's mama. Welcome, Creamy Rowe. It would be convenient. I mean, Molly's life is definitely completely dysfunctional. I agree with that. She has a very dysfunctional life. I don't know if her son is G. M. I'm not sure, but that would be very handy, though. That would explain a lot. That would explain a lot. That is true, Dame Deb. Dame Deb is correct. That is true. Yeah, there's a lot more to GM. That's right, Dame Deb. There's a lot more to GM that other people don't know. And which, by the way, Dame Deb has scoped out, by the way. Just saying. So there is a lot more to GM that people don't know. Right? Right. All right, so there's that one. Completely useless. Just like pretty much all their interviews are completely useless. Well, let's see, what else do we got? We'll do a little bit more, 2 hours. We'll do a little bit more. This is the early show. This is the early show. What can we jump to? Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Well, I think we covered all the interviews up to date that have been released. Oh, well, we can cover this one again. Yeah, this Peter character, this is disturbing. We already been through this. Wait a minute. Well, we could do this one.
Cyray is a cell data expert who was hired by...
We could do this. This is Cy Ray, but he already ruined his credibility, so... All right, man, do this. No, we do this. Just real quick. Was it 141? Was it 141? Let's see. Ah, yes, it is. Thank you, Dame Deb. It does occur around the 141 mark. And then I want to show you this.
Hi. My daughter's in ballet, and
you need to set up bun.
Yeah, I highly doubt that. Okay. I don't think anybody's in ballet anymore, all right, fucker? Anyway, especially not you. Okay. Oh, my God. All right. Sorry. No habla inglés. Hey, thank you. Yeah, my daughter's in ballet. No, she's not. Okay. Your daughter can't even speak properly. Okay. Ballet? Forget it. No, I'm sorry. Anyway.
WPXA first interviewed McDaniel the day after Lorgan Giddings had lived, and that we now know was the scene of the crime. He talks about joining Giddings' friends to look for his law school classmate and how they entered her apartment to see if there was anything wrong. It was also the first time McDaniel found out that a portion of Lauren Giddings' body had been recovered by police from the dumpster where he had put it.
Ah, right. Remember this. We'll end with this, all right, my loves? This is the early show. We're going to have a beautiful Friday. I love you. I hope you like these interviews. It just goes to show you they have no idea what they're doing. These people are not real homicide detectives. Wasting taxpayer dollars. It just illuminates how incompetent this entire investigation was. So, yep. We got Barney Fife and his partner stumbling around Pullman, Washington State University, off-campus housing, just stumbling around. Oh, we happen to find the white Hyundai Elantra. Sure. Out of how many white Hyundai Elantras in there between Pullman and Moscow? 900? Not to mention the entire state. All right. Sure. 2 fucking rent-a-cops just happen to be walking around Brian Kohlberger's apartment complex when they stumble upon a white Hyundai Elantra. Sure. And that white Hyundai Elantra just happens to be the car that we're looking for. Sure. Because I guess we ruled out the other 180 899 white Hyundai Elantras in the area, guys. Sure. Happens all the time. Ha! No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Unless we already picked Brian Kohlberger. You're not just going to stumble upon vehicle suspect number 1 walking around apartment complexes. It doesn't happen like that. It's like Chris McDonough. Well, we'll walk around crime scene. I found a black glove. I turned it into the fucking mountain. They patted me on the head and they gave me a fucking medal. That's how it works, guys. Didn't you know that? Didn't you know that how it works? Yeah, sure. Just that happens like that. It doesn't happen like that. Nobody gets that lucky. Dylan Morrison's the luckiest fucking person on the face of the planet. These two rent-a-cops from Washington State University, rent-a-cop, they just happen to be the luckiest schmucks on the face of the planet of finding vehicle suspect number 1, just walking around a fucking, just looking in a parking lot. Right? Everybody's lucky. It doesn't happen like that. Right? Oh, instead of vetting 900 to 1,000 white Hyundai Elantras that are registered just in that area alone, we don't vet all those cars. No, we just happen to stumble upon it in a fucking apartment complex, guys. What are the odds of that happening? I'll tell you what the odds of that happening are. 1 in 1 fucking trillion. Okay. Hey, get this, guys. What are the odds of Dylan Mortensen coming face to face with Michael Myers, 3 feet as a matter of fact, and living? What are the odds of that? Oh, let me take a wild guess. 1 in 1 fucking trillion. Okay. Yeah. Everybody's lucky. What are the odds of walking into a house that I've never been into and not being picked up by any cameras, even though I'd never been there before? What are the odds of that? And nobody sees me coming and going? Even though I've never been in the area before, I've never been in the house before, I don't know who these people are. What are the odds of that happening, guys? Let me tell you what the odds of that are. 1 in 1 trillion. Boy, everybody's lucky in this case. Nope, that's not how it works. Nope. Nope. You know how long it would have taken to have vetted every single white Hyundai Elantra that was registered between Moscow, Idaho, and Pullman, or just Idaho in general, and Washington State? It'd have taken you fucking at least a year, if not longer, to vet over 10,000 fucking registered vehicles. But these fucking inbreds, as you can see based on their interviews, they defied the odds of 1 in 1 trillion. Guys, they can't even investigate their way out of a fucking paper bag that's wide open. There is no way this is happening unless you already picked Brian Kohlberger for this. That's the only way that's going to happen. Unless you already got Brian Kohlberger's name, unless you already got Brian Kohlberger's address, that's the only way that works. 2 fucking Washington State rent-a-cops, university rent-a-cops, are not just going to happen to stumble upon vehicle suspect number 1. That is not happening in a million fucking years. I'm telling you right now, this does not happen. It doesn't. It just does not happen. But people in denial, they believe this shit. It would have taken them so much time to go through every single fucking white Hyundai Elantra that was registered. It would have taken them months and months and months to do it. And Scott Green, here's the rub. Scott Green cannot afford months and months and months of investigation. The University of Idaho cannot afford months and months and months of investigation. Nor can the town of Moscow afford that. Right? Remember, what is the motive in this case? The motive in this case is money. That is the motive. So whenever people talk about motive and all this bullshit, the motive in this case is money. That has always been the fucking motive in terms of the overarching motive. In terms of who killed people, the motive was jealousy and psychosis. That was the real, that was the people, that was the perpetrator motive. But the overarching motive here in this case, in terms of a cover-up, is money. It always was, and it always will be. Absolutely. There is no doubt that is the case here. Again, Scott Green cannot afford for this investigation to carry on beyond the semester. Because, why? Because nobody is going to enroll in the University of Idaho. He's going to lose a lot of money. His school is going to lose a lot of money. Steve G, as much as I hate Steve G, he knew that as well. It's not that hard to figure out. So what was the real motive in solving this case and pinning it on the outsider? Money. That was the motive. The real motive when it came to the perpetrators was fucking jealousy. Jealousy. Jealousy and jealousy. Mixed in with psychosis. Unmedicated psychosis. Yep. Abso-fucking-lutely. That explains actually most of the entire case, by the way.
Is there something that we haven't covered that you think is important for us to figure out about?
Is there something that, listen, we're going to cover this and then we're going to go. I love you. And they were already losing, you're right, Sir Equinox. They were already losing enrollment by the time this crime rolled around. The university was already losing enrollment. Their enrollment had already dropped. That is true. We hear the fucking pigs in their body cam say that. So Scott Green was already facing a deficit. And the last thing that Scott Green needed was an even bigger deficit when it comes to fucking people getting murdered by his very own student population. It's not that hard to figure out. It's not. Dylan Mortensen is and was a sick fucking puppy. I don't want to talk about this again. We talked about it at length. She was unsupervised, living by herself. She was a sick puppy. She latched on to Kaylee Gonzalez, and that jealousy turned into hatred. And then, when she realized that nobody in the house really liked her, that really fueled things here. Because nobody in the house liked her. In fact, nobody in the house, I think, again, wanted anything to do with her. But they had to. Why do you think that Dylan Mortensen did not run to... Here's the question. Why do you think that Dylan Mortensen did not run to Xana's room to seek safety from the man in black? She didn't run to Xana's room, did she? Nope. And Xana's room was the closest to her room. But she didn't run to Xana's bedroom, did she? Nope. She didn't run to Kaylee's bedroom, did she? Nope. She didn't run to Maddie's bedroom, did she? Nope. Nope. Did she? She didn't run to those rooms. Gee, I wonder why she didn't run to those rooms, guys. Because she's a fucking murderer. She knew exactly what was in those fucking rooms. She knew exactly what was in those rooms. She knew the bodies were in those fucking rooms. And that's why she did not go to those rooms. She purposely set it up to go to the Hobbit. It's not that difficult. If Dylan Mortensen, if this was a real story, she would have ran to Xana's bedroom. Because Xana's bedroom was the closest bedroom to safety. But she didn't fucking run there, did she? No, she did not. And the reason why she didn't run to Xana's bedroom was because she already knew that Xana and Ethan were fucking slaughtered. That's why. That is the explanation. That is the logical reason. That is the only reason that satisfies. You can be in denial all you fucking want. It doesn't matter to me. But I am the greatest. And so is my garden. And that is the only reason why that Dylan Mortensen did not go to Xana's bedroom. Because she knew that Xana and Ethan were already fucking murdered. And she played a part in the murders. She tried to convince Bethany Funk of bullshit. There you are. Otherwise, if you're so scared, in which Dylan Mortensen was not scared, by the way, she even says that, I wasn't scared. But if you're so freaked out, well, you're going to run to the closest bedroom. And hey, get this, people, now. Here's another one for you. Not only are you going to run to the closest bedroom, which is Xana's, but you're going to run to the closest bedroom who has the 6'3" guy in it. She doesn't do that. Dylan Mortensen, you need to confess. Dylan Mortensen, I hope you're listening. You need to confess. No, you'll run down to the Hobbit's room and then call Ethan, but you won't go to Xana's bedroom where Ethan Chapin is. You fucking liar. You're a fucking liar. Your story never made any sense because you're a fucking perpetrator in the fucking murders. Dylan Mortensen, you need to confess. You are a fucking murderer. You were always the prime suspect. Always. Think about it, guys. Think about it. You don't run to the room that's closest to you for safety, that contains a 6'3" giant in it who could protect you from the boogeyman, Michael Myers. Nope, you don't do that. You run down to the Hobbit's room. Huh? A 5'2" Hobbit is going to protect you from Michael Myers. But apparently Dylan forgot that a 6'3" giant by the name of Ethan Chapin, well, apparently he can't protect you. Can he? No, he can't. You know why he can't protect you? Because Dylan Mortensen fucking already knew that they were dead. That's why. And she was a perpetrator in the murders. That's why. And that's why she didn't run upstairs to Kaylee's bedroom. And that's why she didn't run upstairs to Maddie's bedroom. Because she was a perpetrator in all the murders. She saw her compatriots earlier that day at a party. She already knew who the perpetrators were. They were her associates. And they were keeping tabs on everybody throughout the entire fucking day. Her associates were attending the same parties that she was attending throughout the entire day. That's the fact, Jack. I am the greatest. These murderers, including Dylan Mortensen, they were in cahoots the entire fucking day. They went to the same parties together that day. Dylan Mortensen saw the murderers at the same parties. They were her associates. I told you I am the greatest. And one of these days you're going to fucking realize that. That's the fact, Jack. And then Dylan Mortensen had to come up with some fucking ridiculous bullshit story, which it is. It's absolute nonsense. The whole fucking thing, as we know, is nonsense. None of her story makes any sense. She almost admits that, yes, I have to know who these people were. Okay, well, yes, that's true. Because she knows, logically, that's the only thing that works. We are the greatest. I just told you what happened. I just told you. Dylan Mortensen had this planned for at least 2 weeks. Nope. She was with her associates that night before the house. She was with them at certain parties that night. They were all keeping track of people. They knew that Kaylee and Maddie, they knew their schedule. They knew that they were at the corner club. They were going to be at the corner club. They knew what time they were going to get home. There was part of this was an ambush situation. Part of this was an ambush. The staging area for most of the crime that took place in this house was the first floor. That was where the staging area took place mainly. That's where we see a broken sensei light in the spare bedroom, along with bloody items in the spare bedroom, along with a broken sensei light. Part of the staging area occurred definitely on the first floor. Definitely. Absolutely. That's why we see blood. That's why there's blood on the steps leading up from the first floor to the second floor. That's why there's blood found on the steps. That's why there's blood found on the railing going up to the second floor. Because the staging area was on the first floor. That's why there was nothing found in the bathroom of Bethany Funk, according to Dr. Turvey. They used part of those items in the bathroom to try to clean up, and they got rid of it. I told you I am the greatest. And not only that, but I'm really tempted to email this fucking law firm who is now representing Brian Koberger, Mr. Rauch. I'm very tempted to email him and say, look, buddy, if you need help with this thing, because if you're going to take this fucking case seriously, feel free to email me. Feel free. I'm not some random fucking weirdo on YouTube making shit up. I know what I'm talking about. I've read every single document in this case. I've seen every interview in this case. And I am the greatest of all time. And so is my garden to back me up. No garden, no me. No. Welcome, Ashley. I'm going to take a quick break, but I'm going to end with this little fucking segment, okay, for people in denial. Now, I still have 2 days of my ban on Reddit, by the way. I don't give a fuck about Reddit. But they're all fucking morons on there. But anyway. No, well, not everybody. Not everybody. There's some decent thought in there, but quick break, and then I want to show you Dylan Mortensen's reaction to finding out that the police found DNA evidence at the crime scene, and I'm going to compare her reaction to Mr. McDaniel's when he finds out that they discovered the body in the parking lot, okay, of the person of the person he murdered. And you tell me if these reactions are similar. And I think you'll find that they are extremely similar. Yeah. Again, this case is not difficult. This case is not difficult. It's not difficult. Quick break. Why? Hey, here's the question. Why do you think Dylan Mortensen, why do you think the minute that Kaylee and Maddie got home, why do you think Dylan Mortensen was up their fucking asses? Why do you think that is? fact, guys, what I'm going to do is I am going to do that. It sounds completely crazy, but I am going to do that, and I'm going to show you that. I am going to show you what I'm going to do, because I am the greatest. All right, here we go. So let's take Dylan Mortensen first. Here we go. Ready?
So we're going to ask you, is there something that we haven't covered that you think is important for us to figure out what happened here?
Nothing right now. I mean, the only weird thing that we had was that no one took our DNA at the station, which I know you guys are doing now, which I totally forgive up. But the one thing is about the DNA stuff is Friday night we did have a party, and you have most of those people, but like there's going to be a lot of DNA, and we had parties about every single weekend. That was normal. We did deep.
Now let's take this line by line, guys. This is for the people in denial. Let's take this line by fucking line, okay? She is the prime suspect. She always will be, okay? But let's take this line by line. This is how psychotic and fucking messed up this one is, okay, guys? She is not just some stupid girl. She is the prime suspect, okay? So we're going to take this line by fucking line. Listen. Is there something that we have not covered that you think is important for us to know about what happened here?
Nothing right now.
Nothing right now. I mean, the only thing that we had was that no one took our DNA at the police station.
Our DNA at the station.
At the station, which I know you. Which I know you guys are doing now, which I totally will give up.
But the one thing is...
about the DNA evidence...
DNA stuff is Friday night...
I'm sorry, stuff. Is Friday night, we had a party.
And you have most of those people.
And you have most of those people. And you have most of those people, guys. She doesn't know that. Remember, this is 11/17. This is 4 days after the quadruple murder. And she's saying, well, you have most of that. There's no way she can know that. Unless they fed her that information. By the way, there's no way she would know that.
People, but there's going
to be
a lot of DNA.
There's going to be a lot of DNA, guys. A lot, guys. Listen to me. We're going line by line with this fucking psycho. She's a fucking psycho, okay? But there's going to be a lot of DNA.
We had parties about
and we had parties
that was normal.
About every single week. And that was normal. Remember, guys, there's going to be a lot of DNA. A lot. Remember? But we had parties every single week.
Did deep cleans, but
we did deep cleans. But
I don't know if you can take away every single DNA.
I don't know if you can take away every single DNA. Just from a deep clean. I don't think you can.
So it's just I hope you find something, but
so it's just I hope you can find something, but it may be really hard because we had people over. Remember, this is your prime suspect. She is absolutely psychotic. Okay?
All the time.
We had people over all the time. When did you do the deep clean?
When was? Do you know when Parents' Weekend was?
Do you know when Parents' Weekend was?
Yes, it was the weekend.
Yeah, it was last week. Do you know when it was? No. Yeah. Let me think about this, guys. When was Parents' Weekend? It was the week in between Halloween. Remember that weekend when you got humiliated by Maddie and Ethan Chapin? It was in between that weekend and the weekend of the fucking murders.
I did the deep cleaning the Wednesday.
Blah, 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 blah. So that we did the deep clean. Which one is it, Dylan Mortensen?
Thursday. I think we did both days.
So we didn't clean on the weekend. It was Wednesday or Thursday of that week. I think we cleaned both days, right?
Sure.
I'm pretty sure.
What's important is there is evidence.
Well, what's important is there's evidence
In this scene.
That
the offender left.
That the offender left. Like you and your fucking associates. And watch how her fucking face falls to the ground. Watch how her demeanor shifts.
We're going to focus on.
There is.
So that's important for you.
Silence. So that's important for you to know.
It's going to give you some help.
Okay. I'm going to give you some help.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. My goose is cooked. Well, that's good. I'm fucked. That's her tone of voice here, guys. Shall we rewind it again?
In this scene, that the offender left, and that's what we're going to focus on.
There is.
So that's important for you to know. It's going to give you some help.
Okay. How do I get myself out of this now?
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. I'm fucked. In the back of her head, she's thinking, well, I'm fucked.
It's important. I'm glad what you're volunteering.
And you're right. Then she doubles down. It's important.
Yeah, I mean, I like when they asked my phone, I was like, I don't care what you find.
Yeah, when they asked me on the phone. See, they already talked to her about this. Somebody already talked to her about this on the phone. I don't know who that is, but that's what she said.
I'm glad what you're volunteering, that you're willing.
Yeah, I mean, I like when they asked my phone, I was like, I don't care.
Yeah, like when they asked me on the phone, I was like, I don't care what you. I don't give two shits.
I don't give two shits. Like, I just want you to find this guy. Like,
I don't give two shits. Like, I just want you to find the guy who did this.
That's all I care about.
That's all I care about. Uh-huh. Does that make sense, guys? Shall we rewind it again? Shall we rewind it again? And again. And again. So, let's do that.
When was... Do you know when Parents' Weekend was?
Yes, it was the weekend.
So I did the deep cleaning the Wednesday.
So because I'm a psycho who is now manic. Not only she is psychotic, but she is totally manic here, guys. Blah, 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 blah. When did you do the deep clean, Dylan Mortensen? When? Yeah, I wish I could see her fucking face, too. And how it falls to the goddamn floor. Fucking psycho. When did you do the deep clean, Dylan Mortensen? La. I have to think about it.
Do you know when Parents' Weekend was?
Now we're deflecting. When do you know when? I don't remember when Parents' Weekend was. I don't remember.
That you think, why didn't they ask me? And so we're going to ask you, is there something that we haven't covered that you think is important for us to figure out what happened here?
Nothing right now. I mean,
nothing right now.
The thing we had was that no one took our DNA.
That no one took our DNA at the station. But I'm giving it to you now.
Station, which I know you guys are doing now, which I totally forgive up. But the one thing is about the DNA stuff is Friday night we did have a party. And
Friday night we did have a party. Correct.
You have most of those people, but like.
And you have most of those people. She doesn't know that. The only way she knows that is if she was told that information.
There's going to be a lot of DNA.
But listen, guys, this is where she trips up. This is what gives her away. She is the prime. She is involved in the murders. She should have been locked up at 1113. This is just another piece that gives herself away. She starts off by saying, you're going to find a lot of DNA here. That's what she starts with. Listen.
To have a party. And you have most of those people, but there's going to be a lot of DNA.
There's going to be a lot of DNA.
We had parades about every single week, and that was normal.
Uh-huh.
We did deep cleans, but I don't know if you can take away every single DNA just from a deep clean.
I don't know, Dylan. So why are you asking? Hey, Dylan, why are you asking about this? I wonder why Miss Mortensen is asking about this. Gee, take a wild guess. Now, she starts off by saying, you're going to find a lot of DNA, guys. But then she switches gears.
I don't know if you can take away every single DNA just from a deep clean. I don't think you can. So it's just
But she's fucking hoping.
I hope you find something, but it may be really hard because we have people over all.
I really hope you find something, but it may be really hard. But that's not what she led with. She led with this.
A lot of DNA, and we had
You're gonna find a lot of DNA.
About the DNA stuff is Friday night we did have a party, and you have most of those people, but there's going to be a lot of DNA.
There's going to be a lot of DNA. That's what she says. But then she says, you're going to have a hard time finding DNA.
We had parades about every single week, and that was normal.
Hey, Amanda Knox, how you doing?
Did deep cleans, but I don't know if you can take away every single DNA just from a deep clean. I don't think you can. So it's just
Now she's a DNA expert, guys.
I hope you find something, but it may be really hard because we have people.
I hope you find something, but it may be really hard. That's not what she said. She said, you're going to find a lot of DNA. Goodbye, Dylan Mortensen. They should have arrested you on 1113. You are the prime suspect. You always will be the prime suspect. You're a fucking murderer. I hope to God that someone makes you confess to what you did in this crime. You're an absolute fucking liar. You're manic. You're manic in this interview. You're also psychotic. The story that this makes no sense. She starts off by saying, you're going to find a lot of DNA. And then she says, well, it's going to be hard for you to find DNA. That is your prime fucking suspect.
Over all the time.
Because we had people over all the time. Isn't that a good reason, guys, not to find DNA evidence? And then she gets on to the deep clean.
Do you know when Parents Weekend was?
I don't remember when Parents Weekend was.
Yes, it was the weekend.
So I did the deep clean.
Blah, 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 blah. We did the deep clean. We did the deep clean. Fucking manic psycho. Listen.
Do you know when Parents Weekend was?
Yes, it was the weekend.
So I did the.
So that we.
Either Wednesday or Thursday. I think we did both days. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, did you?
What's important is there is evidence in the scene.
Hey, by the way, Dylan Mortensen, guess what? We found DNA evidence at the scene.
That the offender left, and that's what we're going to focus on.
There is.
There is? Bye-bye, Dylan Mortensen. By the way, guys, Dylan Mortensen says she should still be in jail. Dylan Mortensen should have been arrested on 11/13, and to this very day, she should be in prison. So, keep that in mind. Remember, there is, let alone the other entire bullshit, but just keep the there is in mind. Here we go. Here is Stephen McDaniel reacting to the news that they just found his fucking neighbor's body in the parking lot. Who does this remind you of? Take a wild guess.
To see if there was anything wrong. It was also the first time McDaniel found out that a portion of Lauren Giddings' body had been recovered by police from the dumpster where he had...
Just like the first time Dylan Mortensen found out that there was DNA evidence found at the crime scene.
Put it. Knowing now that McDaniel had murdered and dismembered Giddings,
Yep.
the interview provides a glimpse inside the mind of a killer.
Uh-huh.
His story and his alibi.
Just like Dylan.
Person that was living there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lauren was my neighbor. We're just trying to find out where she is at this point.
We don't know where she is.
No one has seen her since Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the last time anyone heard from her was an email that she sent out, and
we're thinking she ran around and got snatched up by somebody.
no one's heard from her since.
Did you see her hang out with anyone at the time or anything like that?
I mean, no one has seen her since Saturday. I haven't seen anything. I mean, I always hear noise outside, but it's just people walking.
Sounds just like Dylan.
Walking by, pretty much.
And she just recently graduated from Mercer?
Yeah, she and I were both JD students.
They both are criminal justice students.
We graduated back in May.
Uh-huh.
What kind of person was she? I mean, what did you see?
I mean, she's as nice as can be. I mean,
Uh-huh.
very personable.
Just like Kaylee, just like Maddie.
Very much a people person.
Right.
Do you know anybody any enemies she might have had? Somebody that might want to hurt her?
Any enemies that she had that people might want to hurt her? No, can't think of anybody.
No, I mean, we don't know where she is. I mean, the only thing we can think is that maybe she went out running and someone snatched her.
Uh-huh.
Because I mean, we went over. One of her friends had a key. We went inside.
He also had a key.
And tried to see if there was anything amiss, but I mean, she had a door jamb that was sitting right by it.
Uh-huh.
There was no sign that anyone broke in.
Oh, no
I
sign.
mean, the door was locked.
Door was locked.
Everyone got here. I mean, we just don't know where she is.
No.
What about in the parking lot area? I know they've been doing a lot of. I think that's where they had recovered the body or whatever they recovered from there.
Body.
That's where they had recovered the body or whatever they recovered from there.
Body.
Had you seen anything there?
Oops. Hey, Dylan. How you doing? Hey, it's Dylan Morrison. Wait a minute. Did you forget? Shall we review this again?
Do you know when Parents Weekend was?
Yes, it was the weekend.
So we did the deep clean either Wednesday or Thursday. I think we did both days, I'm pretty sure.
Uh-huh.
Well, what's important is there is evidence in this scene that the offender left, and that's what we're going to focus on.
There is.
Hello, Dylan. So nice to meet you. Body? Wait, what do you mean? You found a body. What do you mean you found DNA evidence? Oops! Shall we review this again?
Had you seen anything there? I mean, we don't know if this is the same person. There.
Body.
Had you had recovered the body or whatever they recovered from there?
Body.
Had you seen anything there? Had you seen anything there? I mean, we don't know if this is the same person. You know what I mean? Like, they took out a body there earlier. We don't know if it's the same person or not. That's how we're trying to ask people if they know who lives.
I'm fucked.
Are you okay, sir?
No, I'm not. Yeah, you better sit down. Bye-bye. Hello, Dylan. I love you. Don't run away from me now. Don't run away from me now. Don't run away from me now.
The offender left, and that's what we're going to focus on.
There is.
So that's important for you to know is going to give you some help.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Listen.
You to know is going to give you some help.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. I'm fucked.
Yeah, I mean, like when they asked my phone, I was like, I don't care what you find.
I don't. You're right. She doubles down. When they talk to me about this on the phone, she doubles down and she says, I don't give two shits.
Like when they asked my phone, I was like, I don't care what you find. I don't give two shits. Like I just want you to find this guy, and that's all I care about.
I don't give two shits. I just want you to find this guy. Shall we run through the sequence again? Shall we? Yes.
Which I know you guys are doing now, which I totally forget about. But the one thing is about the DNA stuff is Friday night we did have a party, and you have most of those people, but like there's going to be a lot of DNA, and we had parties about every single weekend. That was normal. We did deep cleans, but like I don't know if you can take away every single DNA just from a deep clean. I don't think you can. So it's just like, I hope you find something, but it may be really hard because we have people over all the time.
Yeah, when did you do the deep clean?
Yeah, we do have stuff.
When was? Do you know when Parents Weekend was?
Yes, it was the weekend.
So that we did the deep clean either Wednesday or Thursday. I think we did both days. I'm pretty sure.
Well, what's important is there is evidence in this scene.
There is.
That the offender left.
Well, that's good. I'm fucked.
There is.
So that's important for you to know. It's going to give you some help.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah, it's important. I'm glad what you're volunteering, that you're willing.
Yeah, I mean, I like when they asked my phone, I was like, I don't care what you find. I don't give two shits. Like I just want you to find this guy, and that's all I care about.
Is there anything you want to ask of us?
And then what proceeds from here is, then she starts fishing for information about possible suspects that they may have.
I don't know if you can tell me, but is there any people of interest, anything?
Well, some of the
because she's entirely innocent.
He's been provided before.
Remember, she just said, I don't give two shits what you'll find. I just want you to get the guy, right? By the way, do you got any people of interest right now? Am I one of those people? Weird, huh? Welcome, Curious Rose. Welcome, Wolf.
Those are the
tell me, but is there any people of interest, anything?
Well, some of the ones that he's been provided before, we're doing the follow-up. Those are the first ones we're doing follow-up.
And you.
Yes, but not suspects. So we want to switch it.
So, wait a minute. So there are people of interest, but not suspects. Well, that's good, Dylan.
What's important is we don't...
Does that make you happy?
We're like you.
See, she totally forgets where she is, what she's doing, what she's saying, because her story is a pile of dog shit. She is the prime suspect. She always will be the prime suspect. She is part of the murders. She should have been arrested on 11/13, and to this very day, Miss Dylan Morrison should be in jail. She totally forgets where she is, what the context of this is, what she's saying. She cannot keep track of anything here.
Well, some of the ones that he's been provided before, we're doing the follow-up. Those are the first ones we're doing follow-up.
So there are like people of interest?
So there are like people of interest?
Yes, but not...
Yes. Okay. But not she almost answers Gooch's answer here. Oh, okay, but not suspects. Gee, that's a relief. That's a relief. But hey, I thought you wanted to catch this guy.
So we want what's important is we're like you. We don't want to release
No.
have no involvement whatsoever.
That's what my mom was telling me. Like they're not.
That's what my mom was telling me. Was like, they're not going to rat you out on television, Dylan Morrison, to ruin your reputation.
Like in the press conference, they can't
in the
say
press conferences.
Anything if there are people of interest, because that would just, like, let's say it isn't. That would.
Let's say it's me.
His whole entire life, you know.
That would ruin my whole entire life.
So I understand that part. Like.
Yeah. Oh, do you?
You can't say someone's a suspect.
Important though. I mean, we're not trying to put extra pressure on you, but you're important because maybe you did see. You're the.
And again, this is where it breaks down. We know Victoria Gooch is not a real homicide detective. We know this was not a real investigation. They should have put pressure on her. They should have done an interrogation on her. They should have given her a lie detector test. Dylan Mortensen was involved in these murders. There's no getting around it. There's no getting around it. She is a suspect. She is a perpetrator. She is the prime suspect. She should have been arrested on 11/13. She never was. This was never a homicide investigation. They should have grilled her until the fucking cows came home. If this was a real homicide investigation, they would have grilled the fuck out of her. Because her story is a giant lie. How much more proof do you need? I love you, my garden. We are the greatest of all time. I prove it. We prove it every single fucking video. I have no qualm saying that Dylan Mortensen is a suspect and a prime suspect in the murders. I have no qualms. All I have to do is listen to her bullshit story. That's all I have to do. She is trying to downplay her guilt. She's trying to fish for information. This is what guilty people do over and over and over again in homicide investigations. You'll see this happen over and over and over again. And Dylan Mortensen is no exception to this rule. No exception. I love you. We're going to leave it right there. I hope you like this one. I really do. I really do, guys. Yep. Anyway, we're going to end. But how are we going to go out? That's the question. How are we going to go out tonight? Well, at least for this one. How are we going to go out? Let me think. Well, many different ways we can go out. Let me think. Maybe it's something a little different. A little different. There's something a little different. I do like this one. This is calibration. This is calibration. Calibration. Getting things in focus. Getting things in focus with a little pig pen action here. Little pig pen. Yeah, little pig pen. I think we need a little pig pen here, baby. Wait a minute. Wait. Okay, pig. Hang on, pig. I know. Hang on, pig. maybe this is more appropriate for what we just fucking covered. This one's probably a little bit more appropriate. All right, guys. Hope you like this. And then I promise we are going to end. All right. Just for the night. Just for the day. Could be a late show. We'll see how things go. Let's try this. I think this is more appropriate. Not that fucker.
Far fall winds blow. There's trouble and it won't go. Back again. Be back again. I know she won't be back again. I'm sure she won't.